This video is about sock darning. Sock darning is an old-fashioned way of fixing a hole on your sock, basically making a patch. This is an example of a sock that I darned. As you can see, there's two different colors that I used, and it kind of blends in with the giraffe theme of this sock. So I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do that on this sock here where I have a hole in the toe. First thing you're going to want to do is turn the sock inside out. What you will need to sock darn, you will need your sock in addition to a darning needle and some floss. There used to be darning thread that is no longer made, that I've been told. So I use embroidery floss, and I use an entire skein. So I use as thick as I can. The best kind of floss that you could use would be wool, because it's more durable and it withstands longer. You also need, this is called a darning mushroom. If you don't have something like this, you could use like an incandescent light bulb or something that has a round edge for the sock to fit over top of. This darning mushroom was found in an antique store, so it just tells you how old this tradition goes back to. Most people don't even know what sock darning is, so if you ask what a darning mushroom is, most people will give you some strange looks. So to start off with, you need your floss on your darning needle. And the darning needle is a longer needle, so that you don't have to pull it through constantly. You can weave a lot more. And the eye of the hook needle is larger for the thicker thread, and it's blunt on the edge, so it's not really sharp. So you're going to put your darning mushroom or your light bulb or whatever you have through your sock and put the hole over the very center of it. You're going to take your thread and you're going to weave. You're going to start about a ½ inch on the side of your hole. And you don't want to stretch your hole too tight, because you don't want to have a gap when you put your sock on. You want to kind of have it realistically the size it would be when it's on your foot. And you also do not knot your thread, because you don't want to have like something underneath your toes or under your heel, like that would feel like sand or something. So you want it to be very smooth, so you do not knot the end. So to start, I'm going to hold this in my left hand and the needle in my right, and I'm just going to do some short weave up and down about a ½ inch away from the hole. And I'm going to pull my floss through. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Since I'm not knotting it, I want to leave a tail that's long enough that it won't slip all the way through. And I've worn my socks that have been darned dozens of times, and they've never come undone. So don't let that tail deceive you that it's not going to work, because it does. And then you're going to want to start your second row. And you kind of want to offset it if you can from the first one, and you leave it just a little bit of a space. The closer together your rows, the tighter the weave, which is what you want. So we just basically go back and through until it's completely finished, and when you reach the hole, you just put a stitch straight across. I'm going to do one more stitch before I turn around. Now the color of the thread that you choose is up to you. I try to pick colors that go with the theme of the sock, like the giraffe. I chose yellow and blue. I'm choosing a pink and a black for this one, because I do need contrasting colors, otherwise it's really hard to see the colors when you're weaving the opposite direction. You want to be able to easily see where you're going. So pick two different colors if you're able to. Do one more before turning around. I could have put these closer together to have a really tight weave, but that will take a very long time. Okay, scissors. Okay, so I'm finished with this one here. So I'm going to leave a tail, like I said before, and then I'm going to do my contrasting color. I'm going to start at the end. I always start at the upper right hand corner, and I'm going to weave in and out of the color I just used. This is the advantage of having a very long needle, so I don't have to constantly be pulling my thread through. And again, I'm going to leave a tail. See, now it's harder to see because I'm using a black one, which is why I liked the pink for the beginning. I'm just going to keep weaving in and out. Okay, so you got the general idea, so I'll just go back and forth until the very end. I'll clip my tail again, and then I turn the sock inside out, and I'm done, finished.